Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father name. Yahweh Shai is only begotten Son's name. So the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son's names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. We got a few scriptures here. I was just thinking about the Elder Nagzak by Allah yesterday. Like, why do you expect to be saved? What are you doing? And that's a question brothers should be asking themselves. Because we in the times, man. Are you working? I think that's what I might name this lesson. But anyway, let me get in these scriptures. Proverbs 8 and verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me. And who's this me? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Who's the man? The Israelite man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds. Proverbs 8 and 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates. Watching daily at my gates. Waiting at the post of my doors. For who findeth me, findeth life, and obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death. So blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates. How can you watch daily at the gates? YouTube, man. You got the elders and apostles and the brothers all around the four corners of the earth putting up blessings every day. Are you there? This is a job for the Israelite man out here right now. If you haven't understood this yet, this is our job. Yes, we have to do worldly stuff and whatever for the case may be, but this is our job. You know, are you putting in the time for your job to work things out for you? So let's read that again. Proverbs 8:34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my door. You waiting for a notification to go off. You waiting to see a brother. Those are the men that hear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's what they do. Proverbs 8 and 35. For who findeth me findeth life. And how do you find life? These words. The flesh profiteth nothing. John 63. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. These words, that's how you find life. And shall obtain favor of the Lord. And how you going to obtain favor of the Lord? Because you're doing the things to please the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's how you're going to obtain favor from the Lord. Verse 38, Proverbs 8 and 38 and 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. So if you're doing things against what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua told us to do, you're wronging your own soul. Continuing on, all they that hate me love death. So all you that hate to turn your ways from doing what you're doing and follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you love death, man. So you're not putting in any work. So why do you expect to be saved? Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 29 and verse 11. Lay up thy treasures according to the commandments of the Most High. This is what you're supposed to be doing on your job. This is your job. How you treat your job? You got a specific time to be there. You got a certain amount of hours you have to put in to work. Every week. Or you're not going to get certain things, right? You're not gonna get your full pay if you stashing up for 401 and all that. You're not gonna get it because you're not coming to work. Sirach, or Ecclesiastes 29:11, lay up thy treasures according to the commandments of the Most High. That's how you stack your treasures up. Are you working for Yahweh Shem Shai, doing the things that you supposed to, according to the commandments? And it shall bring thee more profit than gold. And everybody know they would love to have gold. Gold is like one of the commodities right now. If you got it, you the man. That's why Esau stashed it up and hid it. But stashing up the law, statutes, commandments in the heaven is going to profit you more than gold. Shut up arms, Sirach 29:12. Shut up arms in thy storehouses, and it shall deliver thee, and it shall deliver thee from all afflictions. Shut up arms in your storehouses. How are you doing that? You storing them up there with the Heavenly Father. Matter of fact, let me just jump to that real quick. Now let me continue. Verse 13, and it shall fight for thee against thine enemies better than a mighty shield shield and spear. These words are going to be able to get you, if you're doing the law, statutes, and commandments to your best ability sincerely, these words are going to be able to be your get out of remember Monopoly get out of jail free card? That's what stashing up these laws, statutes, and commandments to the Heavenly Father is, to get your ass out of troubles that's going to pop up here in this world. So it's going to fight better for you than a shield or a mighty spear. But you're supposed to be shutting up arms in your storehouses. Matthew 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth. Stop worrying about trying to get the newest shoes, another house, a new car, sending your kids to college or whatever. Stop worrying about that. Worry about the things that's necessary. Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt. Moth eat up clothes, rust it on metals, they rust it up, gonna fall apart and break. And where thieves break through and steal. All these carjacking, house break-ins, all that stuff on this side, and you still worrying about, hey man, I gotta get me the new J's. Hey man, I gotta get me a new car, man. I'm trying to get me another job. I ain't got enough money. I'm trying to do this with Shorty and do this with this person. This is not the time for all that shit, man. It's not. Matthew 6, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Shut them up in your storehouses, man. Your arms in your storehouses, man. Where neither moth nor rust do corrupt. See, where you put your treasure at right now, can't nothing touch it. Nobody can steal it. No moth can eat it. No rust can mess up anything that you want. On this side, all that can happen. And where thieves do break through, where thieves do not break through nor steal. You see? Storehouse, man. Storehouse, man. Shut up your arms in your storehouse. Are you working to put arms in your storehouse is the main thing. Verse 21, Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So, if your mind is not focused on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, working for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so you can get your paid vacation, your time off when all hell break loose, because we're working now. We're working for when the famine of the word come and can't do the word and all of that. We want to be able to pull out, hey, we retired from doing the work. So Lord's willing, we got enough funds in our spiritual bank account that's going to see us straight on through to the end. That's what we're doing now. So are you working? It doesn't matter really to us in the know, because your working ain't gonna stop me. We all gotta work our own salvation out. Are you putting your time in to show your father that, hey, I'm about this? Or are you just giving them time when you feel like giving them time? It's all about to be made known soon. Who is taking it seriously and who is just playing around with it. Sorry for the rambling, but back to the scripts. Because everybody think whatever, man. You gotta set your mind where it's supposed to be. And our mind is supposed to be with our brother Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? Well, Yahushua, right? And he's with the Father, so we're supposed to have our mindset on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, doing what's pleasing to him. He said, work for him, you gotta do the work. You get up and do the work for Esau, and you're not going to get paid nowhere near what you're going to get paid from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So what are you doing? You ain't got the faithful belief. James 2, verse 17. Even so, faith, if it has not works, it is dead being alone. So you say, man, I got faith, man. I got faith I can do this. I've been doing this, man. Y'all can't tell me. All right, okay. Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith. I believe. And I have works. Show me thy faith without works, thy work, and I will show thee my faith by my work. You see that? You're going to be working if you have the faith. Verse 19, James 2 and 19. Thou believe that there is one power. Thou doest well. The devil also believe and tremble. So, the devil believe in the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and they tremble. What's up with you? You're not going to do what's pleasing to the Heavenly Father? The devil is doing his job, and he's still trembling. You're not doing your job. It says, show me, I will show thee my faith by my works. Like the elder Nakazakba was going in. Like, why do you feel like you should be saved if you're not doing anything to please the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son? It makes no sense. No sense at all. But like that just said, we're going to show you our faith by our works. Psalms 1 verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Blessed is the man that don't walk with everybody else in this world, nor stand in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of nor sit in the seat of the scornful. Verse 2, Psalms 1 and verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and his law doeth he meditate day and night. You're supposed to be meditating in this day and night. This is your job. This is your first love. This is what if you want to get out of here, you're going to be doing what you need to do. Point blank, period. Everybody else, they going to catch the business. Psalms 1 verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Why? Because you're staying diligent. You're staying consistent. You can't stay consistent. You're not being stagnant. See, a river of water flowing. So that you got to keep flowing. You got to keep flowing. Psalms 1 and 3. And that And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. You see that? If you're walking in the way of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, your ways, you shall prosper. You storing up your funds in the heavens, man, and not on this earth. You shall prosper. He's going to have your back. But are you working? Are you being diligent enough to keep showing up to work to build that time off? That retirement money? Are you working enough for it? If not, guess what? I'm going to jump right down to verse 6. Psalms 1 and verse 6. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua knoweth the ways of the righteous. How does he know the ways of the righteous? Because, hey, the righteous are going to do the things that's pleasing unto him. Meditating day and night on the scriptures. Praying to him. Asking for forgiveness all the time. Psalms 1 and 6. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua knoweth the ways of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. That's the 2/3 and everybody following Esau. Everybody that's outside the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are ungodly and they're going to perish. Point blank, period. So, if you're not doing things to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that means you are doing the ways of the ungodly. So that means you're going to be punished. And you're not going to have no your spiritual bank account funds to save you out of any trouble, because you never showed up to work. So that's it. That's all I got on that, you know. But if you're not showing up to work, how do you expect to be saved, man? It doesn't make sense. But that's how a lot of people, they think, oh, well, because I believe, or I know a few scriptures, or I should do this, I do that, I'm good, or I ain't got to do too much. None of us know what we did in our past lives. So you should be willing, you should be wanting to do as much as you can to protect your own ass. Because once again, Psalm 1, verse 6, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, know the way of the righteous. He know the way of the righteous. He put them on that path. You see the works of the righteous. You see what I'm saying? You see them working, storing up them spiritual treasure for when shit hit the fan. When shit hit the fan, like, hey, I got a spiritual bank account that should, hey, Lord's willing, it's going to coast me through. Or at least it's going to get me through a lot of this, you know, something. But are you working? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua know the way of the righteous. Continuing on verse 6, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. The way of the ungodly is going to perish, right? And this is the ways of the ungodly of our people. Proverbs 13 and 13. Who despises the word shall be destroyed. Point blank, period. You despise this word, you're not storing up treasures in heaven, doing things to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to be destroyed. Continuing on. But he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded. See? Fearing the commandments means you're going to be doing them to your best ability. It means you're going to be showing your faith by your works. So I hope this will edify to the elect. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. Until next time, I say shalom, and remember, we must keep pushing. The job is not over. We have to keep working, building up that spiritual bank account for when hell break loose, or you're going to be up shit's creek. Shalom.